my name is Kat, and this is Vegandiverkatt, a YouTube channel where I talk about all things scuba diving, conservation, sustainability, and the ocean. So I did a poll this week. If you aren't part of the family yet, join in, and then you can have a say in what kind of videos I'll be creating in the community tab, which is just really easy to find on the YouTubes. You can vote on what type of content you'd like to see. So I have chats with you guys there, or you can contact me on Instagram or by email. Everything's Ocean Pancake or Vegandiverkatt. So yeah, links and everything are down below. So this week's little video is going to be about scuba diving in Western Australia. So I wanted to bring you along for a day of diving that I do here in Western Australia. Some of you guys may not know, but I'm a scuba diving instructor and have been for about 7 years, and I just recently moved to Western Australia. On weekends, I go out with my boyfriend. We have a boat, so we go out on the boat and we go free diving or scuba diving. So Western Australia is a truly incredible spot in the world. It is one of the most untouched coastlines in the world. There is hardly anyone living here. I think Western Australia's population is something like 2.8 million people, and 2.2 million of those live in Perth and the surrounding areas of Perth. So up where I live, there's basically nobody here. I'm about 5 hours north of the famous Ningaloo Reef, which you would probably know from the incredible footage of just whale sharks, tiger sharks, dugongs, manta rays, and anything you can imagine. Sorry, the dog just walked into the tripod. We're a little bit further north, so we don't get the whale sharks as regularly, but during the winter time, June, July, we get plenty of humpback whales swimming around, and during summertime, the water temperatures go up to about 31 degrees. So currently, it's extremely hot outside of the water, 37 to 46 degrees, and in the water, it's about 30 degrees. So I wear a very minimal little rashie, and yeah, we just hop in for a day of diving. It's always nice to be out on the water because it's quite cool in comparison to being inland, so I love it. A typical day starts at around 6 a.m. We hop on into our car and drive our boat down to the marina. There we put our boat into the water and head on out for a day on the water. If we're free diving, we just get all equipped in our snorkeling equipment, free diving equipment, and yeah, explore the surrounding areas. My boyfriend spearfishes, so he spends most of the time looking for fish to kill, and that he brings onto the boat. Now, a lot of you guys will be like, oh, but you're vegan, how can you spearfishing? I became vegan because of the environment, and I believe of decreasing our environmental footprint. Me and my partner, we have different beliefs, and we have kind of reached a compromise where the only meat in our house is meat that he has caught and killed himself. So that is the kind of smallest environmental footprint, since he fishes particular fish species, and then that's what's in our freezer. The only other meat we have is food for the dogs we own, or then the cats that we're fostering. But yeah, otherwise I'll be down there sometimes taking photos, sometimes just practicing my free diving, and it's absolutely incredible. The biodiversity in Western Australia is absolutely astonishing. The coral is so healthy. There's so many species I have never seen before, and on every dive we get to see plenty of sharks. We get to see lemon sharks and reef sharks. We get to see green turtle, hawksbill turtles. I haven't seen a leatherback yet, but they are here sometimes. We also get to see plenty of rays. There have been manta rays and stingrays and little blue spotted stingrays swimming around. There is just so much life in this untouched area of the world that we're really lucky to have the opportunity to live and dive here. One of the biggest reasons that the water is relatively clear all year round and the fish populations are so healthy is because of the minimal population along the coast. Since there's also very few trees, there's minimal rainfall in the area, therefore there's also minimal runoff from the land. There is no farming here, so we don't have the pesticides, the fertilizers washing into the ocean, which causes a lot of algal blooms or other issues, which then can hurt the whole ecosystem. It also doesn't flood in just dirt, which makes the visibility bad, or there's just not a lot of population. So even if half the town is going out onto the water, you'll still have plenty of just untouched areas of where to go. I absolutely love it here. Even in winter time when it's cold, it gets to about I think the coldest it was 25, 26 Celsius in the water, so it was nice and comfortable throughout the year. I am going to need a new wetsuit for the winter time, but for the summertime I just have a little rashy. But thankfully we have a whole bunch of equipment for any time of the year. So we got plenty of sun protection shirts, because that's really the most important thing here, to protect yourself from the sun. We got all of our knives, gloves, hoods, dive booties, seasickness medication. So we got plenty of things to make sure we can dive. Unfortunately, there are not that many diving organizations out here. There's Pilbara Dive and Snorkel, who was run by Nat, who's an incredible diving instructor. So I have gone out with her once before, but mostly we just go out on our own boat because we have our own boat. One time we actually even took the puppers out with us, so they were on the boat. They were a little bit scared, but yeah, we had a good time. Shh. I know I talked about you guys. As soon as I talk to a camera, they just get so excited and they want to get so involved. So yeah, they're just being little sweeties. Sorry, and they keep walking into the thing. Ah! So that is a bit what the diving looks like here. I have included some footage throughout this video, so hopefully you have a better idea of what it looks like to dive here. Unfortunately, it is quite expensive to get to this part of the world just because there is such a small population, and most of the people out here work in the mining industry, therefore their companies pay for the flights, therefore the flights are quite high. But if you ever get the chance to scuba dive, Western Australia, highly recommend it, especially up here where we have the warm currents traveling down from Indonesia, which brings incredible biodiversity, and it's very healthy and you're thriving. If you want to see a healthy reef, this is one of the best places in the world to go. So yeah, this is my little video about scuba diving in Western Australia, or diving in general in Western Australia. As I said, I have all my own equipment, so it's a completely different experience than if you were to go to a dive organization. But as I said, Nat from Pilbara Dive does incredible trips out here, and yeah, it's really worth it. So if you're looking for a unique place to scuba dive, consider Western Australia. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in next week's video. Oh, also make sure to check out the Ocean Pancake podcast, because I had the coolest guest this week. I had David Schiffman from Why Sharks Matter, and yeah, we had a great conversation about why sharks are so important to our ecosystem. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. Okay, bye.